thanks a lot for coming to talk to us today. Tell us about your company, ReNewFood.
So I'm Matthew Hutchinson, I'm the CEO of ReNewFood. We combine cutting-edge biotechnology and food technology to produce novel protein-based flavouring ingredients that can support a healthier and more sustainable food system.
And who's looking for these types of ingredients?
Short answer is everyone. I think the food industry is in dire need of change. The industry knows it, the consumer knows it, governments know it, and that's why we're seeing consumers demand more from their food. More now than ever do consumers have the better idea of what is in their food and the impact that has on themselves, their society and their environment. And the industry hears these demands and wants to make these changes, why we're seeing a lot of new products, a lot of new product reformulations. Governments are also pressuring food companies to do this as well. So we're seeing that with the UK sugar tax and the more recent high-fat salt sugar legislation as well. But the thing is, none of these changes will happen unless the food actually tastes good. Taste is the number one driver of consumer food purchasing the world over. So no matter what your mission is with your food product, if it's not tasty, it's not going to make an impact because no one's going to buy it. The current food industry and the ingredients that are available to them does have their limitations. There's only so much the current offering of natural flavourings can do, and with sort of the controversy surrounding ingredients like aspartame, we're seeing a widespread move away from artificial flavourings. So what ReNewFood is doing is we're using cutting-edge biotechnology to help identify proteins from natural sources that have great potential as flavourings, but are really difficult to grow by traditional cultivation. So we take these proteins, we produce them in microbes at a much greater scale than what you can get through traditional farming means. And then we've got some really great innovative natural flavourings for a variety of food-based applications.
Sounds great. What's your business model? I mean, how do you intend to take advantage of this technology and to make sales, ultimately to the customer, I guess?
Yeah. ReNewFood is looking to enter a indirect sales model. We're looking to work with global ingredient suppliers and flavour houses in distribution partnerships to get our flavourings into the hand of food manufacturers, both maximising our reach to the consumer and also our impact on the food industry. Okay,
sounds great. So your company is at a relatively early stage. It's not an easy thing to set up a company. You talk about your own personal motivation in setting up this company and why you chose this over a more traditional research path.
So I think for me, my motivations throughout my career in academia has always been about the translation of lab-based research into real-world application. And I didn't really realise until I came to Sheffield that there was another route to make that happen, so outside the lab. And so now I'm still motivated by that, still motivated by translating what we can do in the lab into real-world application. I've just taken that next step in that translation process into industry, bringing what we at ReNewFood can do with the research that we've done here at the university and commercialise that into making real-world impact.
Great. And, has your life changed in terms of the people you're dealing with, the type of day-to-day activities you do, compared to what it was like when you were a lab researcher?
Oh, absolutely. It's been quite a journey over the past couple of years, transitioning from a full-time lab-based role to now a full-time sort of desk-based role that includes a lot of sort of networking, a lot of travel, a lot of talking to people, and really getting the message of what we're doing at ReNewFood out there. It's very different than, standing there in the lab in a white lab coat and a pipette, sort of doing the same thing every day. Sort of doing that. It's very exciting, very challenging, but I think the University of Sheffield has really supported that transition through the support they provide, particularly with the commercialisation journey.
So can you tell us a little bit more about that? How did the university support you on this journey?
Yeah, I mean, the university's been involved with ReNewFood really since day one. When we realized we had an idea that we wanted to commercialize. We took that to the commercialization team. They sat us down with a commercialization manager who has been part of our sort of core team since day one, so that was in May 2022. Since then, they've supported us as we've gone through various programs, namely the iCure programs, to help us do some early market exploration. They've also helped provide sort of direct training through their commercialization journey program here at the university, as well as signposting different events, different members of the university network that would be useful in sort of helping commercialize what we're doing, as well as funding opportunities as well. So ReNewFood has been supported entirely up until this point from funding we've received from the University of Sheffield, thanks to the commercialization team.
And obviously, in the next step in your journey is to get other sources of investment. What would you say are the main challenges in finding that funding in order to grow the company to realize your ambitions?
I think one of the key challenges at the moment is finding that first sort of early investor. I think we're seeing with the UK sort of funding environment, there's a number of sort of VCs that are tailored towards investing at sort of the 1 million, 2 million sort of seed range. We're an early spin out. We have the research that we have, and we think the way we want to sort of the funding route we want to go down, that's smaller ticket sizes, that's pre-seed investment. And I think the UK environment isn't quite as suited to that funding approach. So that is a challenge. But again, thanks to the network that the university sort of allowed us to sort of tap into, we have started to find these pre-seed investors. We do have sort of good funding path forward.
Okay, great. In terms of ReNewFood, how big do you think it can be? What are your ambitions for the company?
I mean, I always want to say we want to change the dynamic of the food industry. I think the precision fermentation technology that is at the heart of what we do at ReNewFood has real opportunity to change a lot of the food that we enjoy on an everyday basis. I think it taps into a completely untapped resource in the natural world and for food. And I think we can go a very long way with that technology.
Great. And do you think or hope you'll be able to do that, carry out that journey here in Sheffield? What are the advantages or disadvantages of growing a company here in Sheffield?
I mean, the aim is to stay in Sheffield. And I think there's a lot of potential, I think, in this city. I think there's a lot of growth and development around, and startups and spin-outs are a key part of that. And I think we're starting now to build an ecosystem here at Sheffield that can support not only the spin-outs that are coming out now, like ReNewFood, but also the spin-outs that are coming out of the university later on. And we can form, I think, a real thriving sort of space, a real supportive space here in the city.
Do you feel that the university is proud of ReNewFood?
I mean, I think the university is proud. I think I really wasn't expecting that question. I think the university is proud. I think we've shown, we've gone through this whole journey of having an idea and not knowing what to do with it, and now we're a functioning business, and we're starting to take our steps out and grow. I think kind of like any sort of proud parent might be of seeing their child sort of make their first steps. I would hope that's what the university sees with ReNewFood, a locally grown sort of idea that's now taking our first steps into the wide world.
Fantastic. I can assure you the Faculty of Engineering is proud of you. Last question for you. How do you see the formation of a spin-out, these new skills you're learning, being part of your overall career? Would you envisage a career in business? Do you think you would, in the future, maybe come back into the university, into the research scene? Or what do you think?
I think these are questions that, I think everyone who wants to form a spin-out has to think about. And I think for me, over these past couple of years, I mean, if you asked me before ReNewFood where I thought my career would go, I'd say I'd probably be in the lab until the day I retire. Now I think the complete opposite. I think I have enjoyed every moment of building ReNewFood. I'm looking forward to building it further as we develop, and I think that's where my new skill set is best used, is in the building and running of this sort of biotech company.
Great. I wish you the very best in your journey and look forward to hearing more about progress. Thank you.